I can't hear you, and then you literally can't hear anything. God, I should be in WWE. Okay, guys, welcome to a Wacky Wednesday at LA School of Comedy. I am Sam. I'm gonna be your host tonight. Let's shout out Sunda Kroonquist, the director of LA School of Comedy. She's en route right now to NYC. That's New York City for you guys. Yeah, soon we'll have a New York School of Comedy, Sydney School of Comedy, Orange County School of Comedy. Basically, I'm gonna make a sweatshirt that says Insert City School of Comedy, and then that'll make life so much easier. It's a new year, and I no longer work at Bath and Body Works. I didn't really tell anybody. What I did was like I put my 2 weeks in, I took it back, because they took it too well. Does that make sense? Like because I've been working there for like 8 months. No, sorry, a year and a half. Same thing. I've been working there for like a year and a half. And it's like shift after shift, I started noticing like, oh, like Andrea's no longer an associate, she's a key holder. And Kim is head of storage. And and Sam is a greeter, you know, so it was getting really depressing. Speaking of depressing, is anybody here pro ghosting people? You guys know what ghosting people is? It's like when you message somebody and then you just stop messaging them. You know, I think it's fine, personally, to ghost people. Let's hope when I become a ghost that whoever's up there thinks the same thing. But I was just like done with this therapist. I was like, because anytime I would say something, I was like, you know what, you're right. He would go, I know, I'm smart. And I was like, I can't do this. I physically, I was like holding back, like it was like really out, like it's bad when you're watching the clock in therapy. I'm like, is that thing right? Like, is it? Plus he had 2 dogs. I remember I got there, I did a phone consultation. He's like, I have 2 dogs, and if that's not okay, I have references for you. And I was like, damn, girl. We're in Los Angeles. I love LA. I'm from LA. I live in West Hollywood. Thank you so much. No, everybody loves it, right? No. West Hollywood, it's hard because, like, you walk outside and it smells like pee, and that's typical of LA. Like, LA usually smells like human pee, but, like, West Hollywood is, like, you know it's all dog. I have a pit bull lab, and she's beautiful, if she'll let you get close, you know? Like, she's everything I should be, you know? She's, like, hard to get, works out, eats a lot of vegetables. A lot of vegetables! Okay, I'm gonna tell a joke and I'll get the night started. So, my dad is older than most people my age's dads. And I feel like I learned so much from that. Like, that I couldn't have learned in school. Whether it be, you know, racial slurs or, you know, I just feel like older parents just complain about, like, the randomest stuff. Like, they're like, I thought, like, just, like, talking about, like, you remember, like, when America was like, we're gonna switch to, like, meters? Just, like, shit like that get them so mad. Well, remember when they said that and they didn't do it? And I'm like, you sound like you're talking about, like, your mom. It's crazy when you have older parents whose parents are still alive, and you can tell that they just, like, didn't think that that would be the case. You know, like, it's just so awkward. My grandfather is, he is so addicted to food. How addicted to food is he? The fridge light no longer works because he just looks like it's his favorite TV show to just open the fridge and yearn, which is like so girl mood. No, so no, but like when you open the cabinets at my grandparents' house, like you just like in the bowl cabinet, like you see all my grandma's favorite snacks because they're out of wheelchair reach. You know, like it's just such a fascinating science experiment. I love my grandma. My grandma, like, one time I had to say to my Jewish grandmother on the phone, I was like, Grandma, are you black? And she's like, what did she say to me? What did she say to me? Huh? I was like, Grandma, are you black? She goes, no. And then I was like, then why did you say that word? Why would you say that? What made you say that? No, but she's a great lady. I love her. I love me. I love you guys. Who's ready to get this night started?
Woo!
You feeling it? Are you feeling it, Jessica?
Yes.
I'm feeling it. It's raining outside. It's raining men hallelujah in here. But I need some more femme fatale comedy. So let's give it up for the one and only Jessica. She's back. Give me some.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be first. Somebody was here before me. Okay, well, thank you. So I went to high school around here. I'm from LA.
Oh.
And thanks. You won't clap soon. I'll tell you that. Okay, so I had a crush on my teacher in high school. I think that's pretty normal. I think a lot of people do. Like everybody goes through that, right? But he was in a paper recently because it turns out that him and like 29 other teachers there were pedophiles. You know how that happens. You hire 30 pedophiles in a row. People are in a row. You make the same mistake. How do you do that? How do you do that? I mean, there's a part of me that does believe it. Because, like, I don't think I've even spelled diarrhea right 10 times. You know? So I believe it. But yeah, but I want to add that nothing ever happened with me and this teacher or anybody, right? Nothing ever happened. And I'm really grateful, right? But I gotta say, there's nothing like realizing that you were unanimously friend-zoned by, like, a bunch of pedophiles. You know? I want to know if they talked about it after class, you know, like on their bunk beds and sleeping bags and like nah, not Jessica. She's more like a student to me. Anyway, but yeah, 30. Holy shit. Holy shit. Here's what's astounding to me, that many people could get away with it, and they're not millionaires. They're doing it on a teacher salary. Okay, so that's surprising. So you know what that is? That's just the power of friendship right there. That's just bros helping bros. And friendship is not always a good thing. You know, what are gangs if not a bunch of friends? What is a KKK rally if not a costume party? It's not a good thing sometimes. I've done all of my most illegal things with friends present. I guess I didn't really have to add that. Anyway, so, yeah. You know what I blame? Okay, so the administration knew for some time. And we were like, well, why didn't you do anything, you know? And they were like, they had tenure. It was hard. It was hard, is what they said. And that is such an attitude that too many people, like, have. Like, did you know that your coffee is 10% roach? Your coffee is 10% roach. Okay? And the FDA, they don't fucking care. You know, that could really harm somebody. You know, but nobody's posing as roaches trying to catch some coffee. You know, Folger and roaches, and they're not having dinner in a studio kitchen waiting for Chris Hansen to come in. Why not? Anyway, okay, so I am bi. Thanks. You know what? You had the right answer. You had the right answer, and that was silence. I really believe that. It's okay. It's fine. If there were a book for parents of bi kids, it'd be named, So Your Daughter's Annoying. It's true. And I get it. I understand why bi people are considered annoying. You know, like, it's like you have theater, right? And then you have music, right? And then you have musical theater. Which enthusiast is going to be the loudest? You know? It's like, shut up. We fucking know. Shut up. No, it's okay. Yeah. Where was I? You ever enter a thought and you have no idea where you are? So was that I'm bi and annoying?
Bi or annoying.
I hit that.
Musical theater.
Musical theater. Okay. Okay, here's what sucks about it. Here's what sucks. Is that the gays do not want us in the LGBT community. It's like a really big thing. They don't want us. They don't think we're real. You know? But how could you kick us out? We're the fucking B. We're in the original 4. You know? Somebody was like, yeah, but you guys are like the Ringo Starr of the LGBT community. And you know what? No, we're not. We're the Pete Best. You know who he is? The original drummer. And he's like, I'm a Beatle. And everyone's like, not really. You know. That one's for a much older crowd. Not these, but a much older crowd. So, anyway, but I have dated women, and you know, I had a lot of confidence when I first started dating women. When I first went into it, you know, I think I had the same confidence as like when I first drew a face. You know, it's like I know what it looks like. I have a mirror. I could go look at it right now. You know, and then I do it. And it came out like a Picasso in that you knew what I was going for, but the result was like really offensive at the time, right? Yeah, she faked it. She faked it. And the worst part is that she wasn't really good at it. You know, like she got the words all wrong. It wasn't like, oh God, yes. It was more like, wow, Allah. She sounded like she was calming down a horse, you know? Like, whoa, it was really weird. Anyway, my feelings were hurt, all right? So I went to my guy friends to commiserate, you know? Because I read like 80% of women, they fake it. So I was like, hey, fellas, you know what it's like to sexually disappoint your lady, right? And no one said anything. No one would ever, and isn't that how it goes? Like, that's the one time they don't wanna play devil's advocate, huh? You know, they all turn into feminists at that point. They're like, you know what? Believe women. So, anyway, I've also had sex with men, as the word would imply, bisexual. So, and you know, I have a boyfriend now, but when I was dating. I didn't really like it. I don't think I like casual sex, you know? I was having sex with this guy, and, like, my knees and my hips started popping. They started making a popping sound, like a really loud one. It was so loud. And so I started coughing to mask the sound, thinking it would. And then it was just, like, a lot of coughing and popping. You know, and you know what happens is when you cough, your body tenses a little bit, right? And I was like, no, he doesn't know what's going on. Like, just stay focused, like, staying alive, Jessica, staying alive, you know? Let's keep the rhythm. So, he was like, I'm sorry, this is really distracting. Can we switch? So I want everybody to know before I leave that when you think, wow, it cannot be that bad, right? And it's just in my head. I want you to know sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it's much worse. Okay, that's all that I wanted to do. Is that okay? Okay. Did I reach 5 minutes?
Give it up for Jessica, everybody. Pop and lock it. Right?
Yeah. Woo!
I've found that people don't like when you vape during sex, which has been really hard for me. But it's just me and you now. Just me and you. I'm so good. It's so good. Can we give it up for her really quick?
Woo!
I'm a fan. It's good to see her. It's just a prop, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I feel like...
What is?
That I'm not allowed to vape during sex.
Oh.
You know? And it's like, I feel like the question should be, why am I not giving you sex that's better than an owl grape flume hit? You know, why am I not hitting better than that vape hit? You know what I mean? She gets it.
Yeah.
I'm totally stoked and sweaty and excited to bring up this next comedian. He is a fan favorite. He is new to the LA School of Comedy family. Let's put your hands together for the Lee Schwartz, everybody. Come to the stage. Yes. What?
Thank you.
It's true.
All right. I guess so. So this is the fourth time I've been here, and maybe at this point you get to thank people. So I'd like to thank my girlfriend once again. The longer I stay in my house, the more things I have to do. So I managed to get off only having to do the garbage cans out, which is great. And then I'd like to thank like Kathy from third grade, who taught me a lot. I'm not going to go into it too much, but she did because we were doing crafts and stuff, and then she did a ceramic dog, and I thought it was the best ceramic dog I'd ever seen in my life. And I had the worst ceramic dog ever made and created. It was awful. It was barely make out the eyes and things and everything. So it's like, I wanted my mom to be proud of me. Just like anybody wants their mom to be proud. Well, not anybody, but most everybody. But I really did. I wanted to badly. So, because maybe then she wouldn't, disown me later in my life. So, but anyway, so I kind of stole her dog, and and then I almost got away with it, and I went to the bus. Royal Rock Day Camp was it, not that it matters, but anyway. So I was going up to the bus, and then she goes to me and she's like, "Hey, you didn't happen to grab my dog by chance?" And I said, I looked her in the eye and said, "No, I didn't." And then I walked on and said, I hope you find your dog. Anyway, Kathy showed me the way that, later, the dog had been, I showed it to my mom, and she said, "Wow, that's an unbelievable dog, love it." She put it on the wall, and just, I don't know, like 2 years ago, I said, "That's not my dog up there." And she said, "Well, I never liked that dog anyway." So, and then I felt good, and she made me feel good, and maybe one thing led to another, and here I am, just full of confidence, because I confessed it was not my dog. And one thing leads to another. So, and then that's my long thank you for Kathy, wherever you are. Thank you. And I hope somehow you made another dog, somehow, that it was a perfect dog for you. The one you'd always been wanting to make. Anyway, so thank you, Kathy, and then I want to thank my car for staying in one piece and here, and I like my car a lot. And oddest thing happened. I don't know if anyone's dealt with this before, but it was yesterday. I was driving, and this guy, he was in a tow truck type thing, and we're getting to a light. He's like, "Roll down your window." And I'm like, "How many?" I'm thinking to myself, roll down my window. Okay, I'll do that. He's like, "I can fix that. I can fix that." And I'm like, we're still driving, and we're next to each other. Like, what are you going to fix? I mean, there's, I think it's my car's, the tire's blown or something horrible like that. And he's like, no, your dents. I can fix your dents in your car. And he's like, just wait till go to the stoplight. And so I go alongside. I'm like, okay, okay. He's like, well, I have a body shop. It's right down the street. You just go, and then I'll look at it. I'll give you a quote. You just at the next light, you just pull over, and I'll take a look at your dents and. I'll tell you what, and then you could just go down to the body shop, and then, and then I'll tell you, I'll give you how much it is, and a lot of things are going through my mind is, well, how do I handle this exactly? Because my first instinct was go away. I don't want anything. I don't have time to do this. Don't you know I have somewhere to go? I mean, don't think about this. I'm not driving around looking for guys to fix my car with dents. Then I like my dents. I want to say that. They give me character, and I look at my car, and that's my car. So all these, and I'm like, then I'm thinking, I saw a car with dents back there. Why don't you? That's a better, more dents. Maybe you can find more dents back there, and go find them. Leave my car alone, please. And so then he's like, I'll give you my car. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll do that. So I said, I'm not gonna go after light, pull over so he can look at my dents and give me an estimate. Because I'm not gonna spend also a whole day waiting for him to fix my car. I actually do have things to do, which maybe it didn't connect that I had things to do. So eventually I said, other things came to mind. Just leave me alone. I feel like denting you for asking me that. Why, go somewhere else. But anyway, what all came out was I really have zero interest in getting my car fixed. I love my dents. I'm very attached to my dents. I love them. They make me feel good because it makes you feel like nothing's perfect. You're not perfect. Cars aren't perfect. People aren't perfect. No, I didn't say that. I just said leave me alone. And then I have zero interest. I'm going to keep going. You look for other dented cars. Thank you. Okay. Well, so anyway, things led again to, feeling good about myself. Nobody's perfect. I can be here. And, I might have dents. Everyone is dense. It's okay to have dents. Anyway. So, and then I was thinking also about people being imperfect and everyone's human, and I was thinking this is a truthful, honest thing but then I was thinking honesty can it come across as offensive, just saying the truth about someone. And I was thinking, testing limits of whether this is bordering offensive or not. So I was at the promenade, I was walking along, and there's a guy, homeless guy, that had a sign that said food or money, and I said to myself, okay, food. So I got a sandwich for him, and then, I really thought about it, and I came back to him, I gave him the sandwich, and he looked at it, and he said, what the hell is this? He says, I'm a vegetarian. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. And he throws it in the trash can. He's like, okay, I said, a lot of things went through my mind, like, okay, I said, sorry, I'll go get another one maybe he likes, a different type that is more palatable for him and more pleasing. And then I'm thinking, well, this is going too far. I'm not going to ask him, what do you want? I'm going to go back and get it, and then, hope that he likes this one. I'm not going to keep going through this. So I kind of just said, I'm sorry. And, that I tried, So anyway, but I just felt like, that was my mitzvah. That was my good deed for the day. And, so it didn't pay off. Not all good deeds pay off, And I didn't get a big payoff at all. I just walked away with my, sad face, kind of like I couldn't make his day because I gave him a vegetarian sandwich that he didn't want at all, and he was a vegetarian. I'm going to take it for what it is. He was a vegetarian. Okay, so anyone could be a vegetarian. Doesn't mean if you're unhoused, because now I know that's the new way to say it, be unhoused. Okay, all right, I'll go with it. I wouldn't want to make the mistake. I guess now I'll dress, but no one ever really says you're homeless or says someone, are you homeless, how long you've been homeless. No one says that, so I won't say that. So how long you've been unhoused, maybe that sounds a little bit better. I don't know. But you know, so that didn't take away from my day or add to my day, one or the other, just even, you know, canceled out each other. And but I did I have these really odd periods where, I don't know, it's like bouts of stupidity, I guess you could say. And I went into a sub shop, I forget the name of it now, but I was looking at the menu and everything, you know, and then I said, I'm gonna get a BLT, you know, and he's like, so what do you want on it? So you know, it occurred to me, that's an odd question, but, and I said, I'd like a big bacon, lettuce, and tomato. You know, it seemed like, but I don't know why. No, he's like, no. Like mayonnaise, like pickles, like, you know, that type of thing. And I said, oh, right. Yeah, I'll just take it as is. Okay, I must be going now, you know. And I was thinking, boy, he was really considerate, you know, for like an obvious dumb thing to say. So, and I was thinking other places they wouldn't be so kind, pretty much, because I lived in Boston, I lived in New York, and I think in Boston they would have been like, listen, why don't you get a water? You can handle that a little bit better. Nothing's on it. You can, you know, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory because you seem to, you know, want me to draw diagrams of pretty much a sandwich and how you can put other things on it. And New York, they just would have kicked me out and said, you know, never come back, or you can pay the $20 stupidity extra charge. So anyway, so here in LA they went easy on me pretty much, and that sums it up pretty much.
Yay!
Where are they gonna? Oh, we didn't say. Where are they gonna find you?
Oh, just Facebook, Lee Schwartz.
Hell yeah, Lee. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna end the live stream. We have one more comic left. I do want to say we have a show this Sunday at 291 South Canandaigua Boulevard. We are working with 360 Studios, which is a new production company. They're based in Beverly Hills, and we have Doug here with us. Does Doug want to come up and do a couple minutes? No, he doesn't. But maybe one day he will. Will he or won't he? Well, that's the question. Yeah. Okay. So our show is Sunday, 291 South Los Canandaigua Boulevard. You want to go live or no? You want after? Yeah. So then, no, but I'm just ending it for the So for the 291 South Los Canandaigua Boulevard, seating's at 6:30, shows at 7. All of our links are going to be up on our socials by EOD today or tomorrow. It's a weekly show, so if you can't make it this Sunday, try and come next week. It's also a chance for us to showcase the new talent we have coming here. I mean, we're the School of Comedy, but also Sunda knows so many famous national headliners that have already been through there. We just had Jonathan Kite there. That was really fun. And a lot of fun people. So I would say to come out because I am also hosting this Sunday. So I've been Sam. Give it up for the people watching at home. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you. Oh, and give it up for Jason Ham, our producer tonight. Woo! Hell yeah, Jason. Give it up for Doug. Give it up for yourselves. And